What's up, superstars? Welcome back to Crypto Cornucopia, where you come for the latest crypto news, education, and a path to prosperity. I make these videos for beginners, so if there's anybody you know that wants to learn more about crypto, share the love and share the video. As you can see, I do hours of research on YouTube every single day, so you don't have to. I know you're busy, so set the video to 1.5 or 1.75 so you get through it quick. Use the links below for more information on what I bring or to sign up and get your journey started. Ask questions so I can help you learn, and watch out for the scammers down in the comments below. If it looks weird, it is weird. Here we go. It is November 8th, 2021, and we are on Trade the Chain, taking a look at what's going on today in sentiment. Market cap is at 2.88, which I actually think is a little bit low, but we'll check out CoinGecko and see what it says. Bitcoin price shot up to 66. WTF Bitcoin. I just sold you yesterday my trading series. You know what? That just goes to show you that sometimes holding and being an investor and just not looking at the market every day can be a good thing. It's just not what I'm going to do. All right, so we're at sentiment. Man, this was at like 42 yesterday, shot up to 62. Everybody's excited. I think this 3 trillion, when we hit that, is going to be a big deal, but that's just me. Ethereum's at 60, loving it. What's hot on Twitter? We got UMA, Solana, Avalanche, KuCoin, AirSwap, Hathor, Crypto.com still, and Loopring back in the ring. Must be some good news out there. So there is something that I would like to talk to you guys about. I'm curious if you would like to know if I'm thinking about doing a daily trading series. I'm doing my other trading series, more like swing trading, but this is daily. And the reason I'm even thinking about it is I've been in the space for over 18 months now, and Trade the Chain gives this data. Now, within 90% accuracy, this middle number right here for any of these tokens within the hour can go up that much. Now, as you can see, Redcoin is up here a lot, and I'm actually surprised they have it on here because it is such a low cap, and I don't know much about it, but it's up here a lot, and it's too much to swing back and forth. However, tokens like Loopring right here, which I do know about, it is its own chain. It's very fast. It just doesn't have a lot of tokens on it. But look at the 24-hour change. I think what happened recently, yeah, they made a connection with some major sports. But anyway, my point is that would you like me to start day trading some of these and show you some of my results? If that's something you want to do, comment below. And let's get into the content today. WTF Bitcoin. You're killing me, man. So this is what Bill Noble over Tokenmetrics says all the time. When it's boring you to death, it's getting ready to move. And Bitcoin did nothing for the last 3 weeks. Bored me to death. Did nothing for my trading series. Got out of it and shot up like 10%, which is all I wanted. I wanted to get to 67, I think it was. All right, anyway, this segment, term of the day, Black Swan event. Now, what is a Black Swan event? Black Swan is if something happens that's not in anything that I'm talking about, the fundamentals of a project, the market itself, overall, the narratives that are going on, or the trading charts. Black Swan event is something like the cerveza sickness, because you actually can't use the real term for it on YouTube. The cerveza sickness happened last year, and what happened? The market's tanked. Okay, it's important for you to know that these type of events are absolutely capable of happening, and you know I'm looking at everything from a positive outlook on a daily basis when I bring you these videos, but you have to understand that this is absolutely possible, a Black Swan event at any time. All right, so this is CryptosRUs, and again, I've been talking about how positive I am and all the trades that I do, but everybody has to understand that there are tax implications, and we're going to go over that real quick. Capital gains tax events involving cryptocurrencies. Selling your crypto for fiat taxable event. You get taxed on it. Using cryptocurrency to purchase goods and services. Let's say you have a crypto.com card. You have CRO. You top it off with CRO, taxable event. You use that money, then, if you want to switch it over to the credit card, you have to switch it to fiat, then it's going to be happening. If you want to buy, let's say some company is allowing you to pay in crypto. For example, Tesla said they might take Bitcoin to buy it if you want to use it to buy a card. Well, that's going to be a taxable event as well. Trading or swapping one crypto asset for another, either on exchange or directly peer-to-peer, taxable event. Income tax events include receiving cryptocurrency from an airdrop. And this does happen for some DeFi, but unfortunately, because the way that our wonderful people up there in the Capitol are handling things, nobody wants to give free money, airdrops to United States citizens. Thanks a lot, guys. So there's not a whole lot of that going on, but it is happening every once in a while. Any crypto interest earnings from decentralized finance, DeFi lending. So let's say I have some money in Aave, and I'm not taking any loans out on it. They might give me 3, 4, 5%. That's a taxable event. Crypto mining income from block rewards and transaction fees. So let's say that you are mining any type of crypto, or you're in a pool. If you're mining it, that's a taxable event. Crypto earned from liquidity pools and staking, taxable. Receiving cryptocurrency as a means of payment. So let's say you're a YouTuber and you get paid in crypto for soliciting any type of token. That is a taxable event. Now, I'm going to give you my take on it. You develop your own point of view. I trade and I get in and out of tokens, and every single time I do that, I get taxed. However, I do take losses, and then on top of that, I am making sometimes 20, 30, 40, 50, 100%, 500%, 1000% gains on this. So I'm not too worried about the tax implications until I get to the point where I'm comfortable living. And then from there, yeah, I'm probably just going to hold. I'll have enough of it where I can just take a loan out on it, and I feel comfortable that the price isn't going to be too volatile. By the way, if you take a loan out on your crypto, that is not a taxable event. So if you use Celsius, which is down below, if you want to get started with that, or Nexo, if you use any of those and you put your crypto in there, you take a loan out on that and do anything else with it, that is not a taxable event. All right, let's get rolling because we got a lot to go over here. All right, this is Crypto Mo. I've been loving his technical analysis because he's been nailing it. He gave us this wedge last week that I showed you guys for the Bitcoin and suggested that it was going to go up, and it did. It popped up. It was at, I think, 63 last night, jumped all the way up to 66. Just wanted to bring that back up because, again, I showed you guys last week. He told me that, and he was right. Now, he also said, let's go back. He also said that if it went down, it could break down as well. He gives both points of view, which is why I like him. But he did say that with all the bullish momentum, he thought it would go up rather than down. Now, there's a lot of lines on this. The only one that matters is the red one. This is what he calls the 11-year trend. So this is a resistance line, an 11-year resistance line. And you can go back to this video. It's linked below. He shows several points where it hits this line, this trend line, and we get rejected off of it. And there are only a few times where if you go above this line, if you get above this line, it will go parabolic. It jumps. And look at what's happening right now. We are right at it. So he's saying right now it's at 68,167. And we're going to take a look at the live charts in a second to see exactly where it is. But right now we're right there. Now we could get rejected. Okay, that's fine. But we have a lot of support lines. These are the other things that he's drawing in here. So if it breaks one, it can go down to another, and then down to another. But I've been watching a lot of technical analysis experts, and exactly what they've been saying is happening. And just to recap, this is essentially each one of these candles, the emotions of the entire market. This is just what charting is capturing the emotions of the market. So if you can start to understand what's happening in the market, the narrative, which is what I try to explain to you guys, if you can start to understand the narrative and the emotions in the market, then you might be able to make better decisions. Forget the money, but just making better decisions, better risk management, because you want to hold on to your money. You want to make money. You want to pay yourself. All right, so this is Market Rebellion. Love these guys. And they talked about the same thing. They showed this wedge, and I showed it to you last week, and they said it can go up and go down. Most likely it would go down to this SMA, but it broke out, and they're saying that it could get up to the 68. Now, they didn't have that 11-year resistance line on this, but I love their perspective. They think that it most likely will uh, come up, because normally what happens is on a Sunday there's a sell-off, and it didn't. It did just the opposite. It exploded up. And one of the reasons that it did, which they brought up right here, is this is the exchange net position change. So this is Bitcoin coming off the exchanges. Now, this is why it's so powerful and why Bitcoin really is so amazing, and all cryptos as well. Everything's on the chain. Everything is in a ledger. You can see all of what's happening, and you can create this data. You can't do that with the stock market. You have no idea what's going on with the stock market. No clue. But with crypto, you can keep looking at this data and understanding what's happening. Exactly what I was talking about up here with these candles. These are the emotions of the market. Well, on top of the emotions, you can also see exactly what's happening. People are taking crypto off of the exchanges, taking Bitcoin out. Well, that creates a supply shock. Now, if they start putting back on, well, what does that tell you? Well, they might start selling. So other things to watch out for, and I'll keep bringing it to you. All right, so, and this goes right into it. This is Rob over at Digital Asset News. I have his link below if you want to learn about crypto. He's got a free website. It's a no-brainer. Go check it out. This is Plan B. In normal markets, the RSI at less than 30 means buy, and RSI greater than 70 is to sell. In Bitcoin, RSI hardly ever goes below 45, the relative strength index, by the way. And RSI can go as high as 95 because Bitcoin has a continuous upward trend. Okay, so currently BTC RSI is 72, and BTC is also in its monthly close all-time high. Color red, very interesting is what he's saying. So the point is that we're not too far away from the trend. We're exactly where we should be right now, and that is the most positive thing, not only for Bitcoin but the rest of the cryptos, because if Bitcoin's doing good, then all of my little alts are doing well. So these, by the way, this is an indicator. We're talking about the tops of market, or he's talking about tops of markets here, and basically showing that we're not near the top as of now. So this is the other thing. This is a pi cycle top indicator, and there's another line that's in here that's not shown on this chart, but essentially when it crosses over, and the link's below for this if you want to get more information, but every single time the pi cycle top hits, it goes down, and when it gets into a lower level, it starts rising. And what he's saying right now is this was May, it was at the top, and it basically called the top, and then we came back down, we corrected. But from the indicators that are showing here, this is where we are right now, but this is where we could be, and this is in 2021, this is December. So, there are a lot of things going around, and I'm starting to change the way that I've thought about this entire cycle. And I'm starting to wonder if this cycle is going to be not only extended, but if we hit 3 trillion in market cap and go up to 4 trillion, because there's not mania right now. There's not a lot of money in the market. But at the end of the year, when these companies are seeing how much other companies have made off of Bitcoin, and they're sitting there and it keeps going up. Could people be putting more money into it? I'm thinking that we see a bit of a top in December, maybe into January, and then we correct a little bit and then we go back up. I'm not sure that we're going to have these huge sell-offs like we did in past years. I'm just not convinced of that anymore. I'm thinking that the cycle is lengthening. All right, so market rebellion, moving into Ethereum here. Last week I showed you guys. Now this is CJ. CJ likes to get confirmation, and he is really starting to come to the belief that when it comes to crypto, when you get an all-time high, this is an all-time high for Ethereum. When you get an all-time high and a top, that is a great time to buy because that's confirmation. And we see it again and again, and I'll bring it to you the next time I see it with another token. When it hits all-time high, it starts to explode. So this was at 42.81 and then cranked up to 47 like it was nothing. So this was a resistance line, by the way. So once it came above the resistance line and it was confirmed above it, then it shot up after that. All right, moving into, we're going to talk about Polkadot because we have the parachains going on right now, Coin Bureau. I highly suggest you go and you watch this video because it gives you a great idea of what's going on with the parachains. So the two high-powered organizations behind Polkadot are the Web3 Foundation and then Parity. All right, now he's talking about 3 tokens to watch for this parachain. And Latentry, the ticker symbol LIT, L-I-T. Now, I got excited about this one because I know a lot of people have issues getting loans with the banks and everything that's happening right now. And they're working on a way to create a credit score on the chain, on the blockchain. So forget the outside world. We're not trying to integrate that. We're starting fresh. We're starting new. What do you have here? What do you have in the blockchain? And if you have a lot of collateral in the blockchain, why not create a credit score for it so that instead of just having collateral as an Aave, you can get, if you put in $1,000 and get 50% collateral, you can take out a 50% loan. Now you can get liquidated for that. But if you had a credit score, then that creates a whole new market for entities that want to loan out money if you have a good credit score on the blockchain, which is different from the real world. And again, I think that's amazing. That can be, things can be leading towards that. All right, so this is the chart for Latentry and what they do. So let's just read through it real quick. They have grants, like client services, goes into the dApp. This is for the developer. And then for the identity staker, that'd be you and I, Latentry Authenticator, Data Explorer. And then they also have validation, and then it matches the validation request, and then it goes back into the app. Okay, so this is essentially how it creates that credit score. It validates the information with the identity staker, and then gives it back to the dApp so that they know that the person that it is requesting the credit score is possible. All right, so you have on-chain and identity. So they're creating their own app, and what that app does is plug into all the on-chain information. Remember how I said before, everything's on-chain. Everything is out there to be seen, essentially, on a ledger. Well, this is tapping into all that. Now, since Polkadot is cross-chain, they can go into other decentralized apps and other chains, and they can see what you've done, what's happened, and it creates an identity for you on chain, and it gives you that credit score. So let's say I went into Aave and I took out a loan, and then I got liquidated. Well, that's going to be on chain because I'm not using good tactics. I took out too much of a loan. I took on too much risk, and then I get liquidated. This type of stuff would be available for them to see, and it's just an essential way to get a credit score online, on chain. All right, so this is very cool. Love CryptoTube. He's amazing. I don't see him showing a lot of tokens. There's no, he's not getting paid for any of this stuff. So I love that about him. But he brought up an excellent point. The gaming industry is less than the entire market cap of Shiba Inu. Okay, and I've talked about this. It's a meme coin. Yes, it has some utility, and they have a huge um, amount of people supporting it, and that's great. Good for them. But what are they actually doing besides just creating a swap that everybody else has done? So the market cap for Shiba Inu is more than the entirety of all the gaming and metaverse that is out there. And gaming, trust me, is going to be huge. A lot of people spend a lot of time at home during the cerveza system, sickness, and they started playing games. And online is the best way to do it. We just watched Ready Player One last night, and I wanted to remind myself how real that can be. You're going to see virtual reality in another world. And all these games are working towards that. World of Warcraft, Illuvium is going to be just like that. Gala is going to be, they've already got 6 games out, and all of them are play to earn. You play them and you earn tokens. So if you're starting now and you're earning those tokens, guess where they're going to be next year when people are playing them and people are putting money into it. So I thought that was an excellent point by him. And let's see, the market cap. I thought I said it right here. So let's go into CoinGecko. And Meta's killing it, by the way. It was $60. Below $60 when I told you guys about this, by the way. All right, coins, categories. I think you can just type in game. And it should be able to tell me the market cap right there. All right, well, whatever. All right, decentralized NFTs, that's part of it. Gaming, right here. Oh, here we go. Market cap is 25 billion. Shiba is around 40. So the entirety of all these people that are working behind all these projects, total market cap is only 25 billion. Let that sink in for a minute. And a token which has very little utility, that's just getting pumped right now by people who see a small price tag per token, is at 40 billion, almost twice this. All right, that's all I want to say about that. And Jason Pizzino talking about Cardano, talking about boring people to death. Cardano, this is what they are doing. The issue with Cardano is the mainnet came out and it launched, but essentially the tokens could not plug into it. That's in layman's term. He goes into more detail, links below if you want to get. But essentially what happened was the projects could not link up to it. Now, what he's saying is we're in a wedge, just like we saw in Bitcoin, and it can go down or it can go up. But this is the ecosystem for Cardano. You can see how many are sitting here waiting to work and launch. Now, once they do start launching, what token do they use? ADA, Cardano. All right. I'll go through a few of them that I know if you want to do more research. Meld, Sunday Swap, which we're going to talk about next. Orion, Charlie 3, which is an Oracle. Coty, Celsius, which has its own app. Celsius is doing really well. It's just that their token bores you to death as well, but they're doing very well. Somi, it says others, but that's actually social networking. And yeah, those are all the ones that I know personally. So think about how many little hidden gems are in here. So maybe you want to start doing your own little research and then find out which ones are possibly going to take off there. All right, but let's go into Sunday swaps. Whatever the issue was with Cardano, Sunday swap has figured it out. Unfortunately, the token's not out yet. They haven't had the initial coin offering, ICO. Overview. The Sunday Swap team has invested an incredible amount of effort evaluating different solutions. As mentioned, it would take far too long to describe each deliberation in detail, but we wanted to at least provide the high-level feature matrix that came out of our evaluations, a non-exhaustive list of names we gave internally to the top solutions. And this is the only one that matters. Uniswap clone, a direct port of Uniswap's logic to Cardano, as described in our white paper. All right, so they were able to figure out the issue for Cardano, and after there are a decentralized exchange like Uniswap. So once they launch, the other tokens in this ecosystem are going to be able to start trading in that ecosystem, and that's what's going to bring in the money. Once you start trading over there and you can start launching the tokens, then the entire system is going to start being utilized. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. You get to make your own decision about whether you want to get into Cardano or not. I've already had my run with Cardano. I got in at 4 cents. I'm good. But if it's something that you think you want to get into, then you get to make your own decision. You get to start looking at these projects and what is exciting about it to you, because that's what all this journey is. You can't just get information from one person. You have to get some for yourself. You need to go out and get other people's opinion as well. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you made it to the end, thank you. Wanted to do something at the end of this video to show down below of each of my videos. I put the links for every video that I reference, and in the future I'll be putting a tag up in the upper right hand corner so that that video will be available to you. If you want to go ahead and watch it right there, you would just click on that. Also down below here there are ways to support the channel. You can open up with Chime, and each of you would get will get $100, and you'll get $100 if you deposit $200 within 45 days. You can join Celsius, get $50 in Bitcoin from putting in 400 or more, and also with crypto.com and Voyager. Market Rebellion is the software that I use for the markets, and Trade the Chain is what I use for the market sentiment. Also, the Udemy blockchain course right here. I think everybody should do this as a foundation to understand what blockchain technology is. It's a free video. It's only an hour, and you can set it at 1.5, 1.75 and get through it quick, just so you have an understanding of what exactly all this is. Take care. Have a great day.